my business name is Train with D.
Yes.
So I've been operating under this brand for about 9 years now. When I experienced maternity leave, I really realized that so many people, so many new moms were looking for experiences and to meet other people. So that's kind of where the reasoning of Train with D kind of came up, and I became perinatal specialized. So I'm helping so many new moms.
Did you kind of get into it like after having a child, or was it something you were planning?
Oh yeah, I would have never touched this segment unless I had a child.
How do you structure your business?
It's such a good question because I don't have the answer. Really what I learned from corporate being on business development is you would always have your pipeline, your prospects, and you go back, you circle back.
What do you miss about corporate? And would you go back ever?
Respectfully, no. Respectfully, I loved the team and the people, and I do miss how large of an environment I was a part of.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Dhanju Law Podcast. This is episode 7, and we've got a fantastic guest for you today. We've got Deanna Scharpf. She is a personal trainer, and she's got her own business. She's going to talk to us all about it. So let's get started. Can you talk to us just a little bit background? How did you get started? How did you get into personal training?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I can definitely start by kind of explaining what my business is all about, but my business name is Train with D.
Yes.
So I've been operating under this brand for about 9 years now, which is kind of crazy to say because I just started this full-time back last April after quitting my corporate career, which we will get into.
Really?
Hashtag corporate girly. And, it's a personal training business that kind of blew up in Manhattan when I lived there a couple years ago. And since then, I have created a Toronto-based geography, and I'm helping as many moms and parents alike kind of get fit. So
that is amazing. And you're a mom.
I am a mom. I have a 2.5-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
Her name is Charlotte, and she's so sweet. And I think when I experienced maternity leave, I really realized that so many people, so many new moms were looking for experiences and to meet other people. So that's kind of where the reasoning of Train with D kind of came up, and I became perinatal specialized. So I'm helping so many new moms and parents alike kind of get back into fitness with this huge change of having a child.
Yeah. I think your body goes through
so much
insane changes, and then it's just lonely. Right? Not that I can I'm not speaking from experience, but
yeah.
I have no idea. But from what I've heard, like it's lonely, right? So
it definitely can be in the first year. It's just like, unless your best friend had a baby at the exact same time as you don't know how to start to reach out to people.
Yeah.
And even if it's
that space.
Yeah, and even if it's not lonely, it's hard to get back into things because your body has changed so much. So there's a lot of safety precautions that I needed to learn about and take, and then educate the clientele on. And it's just not an untapped market, but women's health is typically neglected. So I found that this was a really great niche.
Yes. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
So did you kind of get into it like after having a child, or was it something you were planning to do?
Oh yeah, I would have never touched this segment unless I had a child. Okay. For me, I've always had to be very authentically myself in my business. Yes. So rewind to 9 years ago, I was only doing like heavy strength training. That's just what I loved. Mm-hmm. I was running a little bit, but I knew nothing about running. Mm-hmm. And that's fine, but I didn't really have to go through anything other than those two kind of sports of strength training and running to build a business. I didn't have to know about boxing or yoga or perinatal, but as your life evolves, I think one of the biggest strengths that you have as an entrepreneur is just to like teach yourself to become a specialist for that, and then continue to share your knowledge, and then you're authentically teaching about what you actually care about. Exactly. So until I had Char 2.5 years ago, while I was pregnant, I got certified. Took about 6 of the 9 months of pregnancy to be certified in this because it does take a while. And then, the rest is history. I mean, ever since like having her, I've been dealing with a lot of moms. We deal with everyone. It's not just me on my team, but I have a couple coaches, and I would say 50% of our clientele is perinatal. So pregnant as well as up to a year postpartum. Mm-hmm. A lot of runners, a lot of people just looking to get into strength training, functional fitness, all of that kind of fun stuff. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Like you're targeting a segment that just, sometimes they don't even know that this is what they want, but they see you right? You're posting online, you've got this community, they see it, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's just like, you know what, this is what I need.
For sure. For sure. And just going back to wanting to be authentic of me returning to corporate postpartum. So I lived in New York from when Char was 6 weeks postpartum to about a year postpartum. And in that time, I really blew up Train with D in New York City. And then I also had my old employer on the phone calling me to see when I was going to be returning and for what salary and what would it take to get me back, because they could hear it in my voice of like
The hesitation.
yeah, and just like, well, I'm not sure yet, and they're, I would never speak ill will against them. I've learned so much from them and had such a great team, but they were like, just try it. Just try to come back and, like sweeten the deal a little bit, dangle the carrot, as I like to say. And
it's safe.
Yeah, it's so safe.
Right.
It's so safe. I mean, a bi-weekly paycheck.
Exactly.
A 9 to 5.
Yeah.
But what was tough about my job in business development was that there were so many events, and I thrived on that prior to having a child. And then if that's your only time with your child, it's the last thing you want to do.
Yeah.
And everyone around me was a new parent too. And you could just tell it was kind of like we don't want to be here. And then it's like, why are we here then? And I am lucky enough, I always say, to have a passion that I can monetize.
Yes.
And I had worked on it part-time for so long and then saw it blow up in New York that I was like, I can do this. So I did return back to corporate for 7 months. And every single day was like, oh my gosh, why am I doing this still? And then I just ended up, moving on. And
so what was the breaking point? Like, when did you finally decide, you know what, I'm making that jump?
I think there's a lot of factors. I don't think it's ever simple for us. I would say, I held it down financially in my household for a little bit, I like to say, because I married a physician who did 14 years of school. It was an investment and it paid off. Maybe it was 13 years of school. We counted it the other day. It's honestly, it's too much. Yeah. It's too much, but it's great. And he's great and passionate about what he does. And, yes. And I think living in Toronto is very expensive, and to have a high paying corporate job with all of the bells and whistles, you get a car, you get an RRSP, you get a pension, you get a paycheck every 2 weeks. Like, that's all amazing. So anyways, it was tough, but I think the breaking point was that I knew that I could replace what I was making financially if I really dug deep and really tried. But for me, it was the authenticity. Once again, it seems like the common theme of what I say all the time for my daughter. She's only 2.5 years old, but I don't want her to think you should go to work and hate what you do. Yeah. I'm not saying I hated what I did, but really it was not my vibe. Yeah. I'm not a corporate person. Yeah. I'm just, to my core, I am not. I like to say I have an authority complex because I just can't be told what to do. Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah. So exactly. Yeah. So I think always, like, all my close friends, my family was like, you're going to start your own thing one day. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. It was just the right amount of time. Yeah. And, it took me, I was in corporate 11 years, insurance 10 years. I paid my dues. Yeah. And now it's going just as well, if not way better, month to month.
And
right?
It's your own.
And then you're proud of it.
Your own rules.
Right.
Yeah. And it's your baby.
Right.
Right. You know it.
You learn so much more from it too, because you genuinely care.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So getting on to the actual topic of today.
Yeah.
And corporate's hard enough kind of balancing it, but how do you balance like work life? Because you said that you started this business to be able to spend more time with your daughter, right? But how do you structure your business?
It's such a good question because I don't have the answer. But
do you?
Yeah, I do. And I'm very, very intentional about my time with work. And I think I wouldn't be if I didn't have a child, because it doesn't matter as much.
Yes.
But you have such limited time with your kids when they're very young. Mm-hmm. And to me, the most important thing is when they're, of this such a moldable, and they're like, she's a sponge, you could say supercharacter, she would say it, right? Like, she is exactly, you. So you want to be this embodiment of balance for them. Yeah. And I find that The way that I've approached it is I was never going to try to work 40 hours of personal training. It's honestly, it's not a career where you could. I think your back would break. It is very manual. Some people consider it to be dangerous. It's not dangerous, but it's very active, right? It's exhausting. So what I've kind of done is my Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays have been bigger days, and I will take clients all day long. I have a 6 a.m. client that's recurring on Mondays, and then sometimes I'll work evenings if Alex can take her. But it's usually I've tried to find my niche of the market, which are the moms that are on maternity leave or the people that work from home that can work out between 9 and 5. Because when I get a request before 9 or after 5, I have to give them off to one of my coaches, which is great. It's a great solution. But that's kind of my balance. If people want to train 3 times a week, those are their 3 days that they get to choose, 2 days or 1 day. And then Thursdays, we always have Char mommy days.
I've seen.
So yeah, together. So tomorrow I'm bringing her actually back up here near in Vaughan. We're going to build our kitchen together.
Oh,
We're going to design the kitchen together. And I'm like, let's go. I'm just going to bring you because why not? Right? That's fun. I think so. She's going to,
colors with everything.
Yeah, she's going to get to pick out the marble. I don't know what she'll do, but it'll be fun. So Thursdays are always together, and then Tuesdays I kind of work a half day. So in between all of that, I'm also, trying to prepare everything for her and get groceries and dinner and run kind of like the household, like I like to say. But there's a lot of administration, of course, that goes on with building a business. So, whether that's your social media or just your admin and invoices and collecting and just emailing, and it's just constant. And I mean,
if you're doing it yourself.
Yeah. And I've streamlined it to an extent, but I mean, my business is not with hundreds of clientele. It's 20 to 30 at any given time. So it is quite manageable in that sense, but I'm very good at saying no. So I do really try to cut clients on weekends. I can't do it, and it's not really worth it to me to not spend that time with her. And then evenings I say no as well. So
you just feel guilty. You just, even if you do take something on, you would just feel kind of guilty for taking up that time. Is it really worth it?
No. Yeah. It's honestly not. And nothing would change if I said, I only bring on very understanding and amazing clients. I've had awful clients before, a couple, of course, right? Very difficult to deal with. So, if they don't understand, they don't understand. But I try my best to accommodate everyone. And they just know if they're signing up, or they'll go with another coach, and that's fine.
Exactly. It's not the end of the world.
Exactly.
Right?
No.
They need to find somebody that's a fit for them as well.
I think so. And I think a lot of people think if they don't answer their phone for a couple hours, that the world will end. Yeah. Right? Or if you don't work till...
I get into that zone, right? Like I was like checking my phone.
Yeah.
Even in the evening, I'm responding to clients' text messages.
Of course, yeah. Well, when you did our home purchase, I think our calls were always at 8 p.m. earliest.
Yeah.
Because that's when we're available.
Exactly.
Right? And it's the same thing with my contractor. We joke about we have our nightly 9 p.m. call. And he's like, is it ever going to get earlier? And I'm like, no. That's our only time. I'm like, 9 p.m. is great. And I want to go to bed after it. Thank you so much.
Yes. Like we try so hard, to finish work and then also have a little bit of like just downtime.
I know it's important. You need it to like re-regulate.
Exactly. Yeah. We play volleyball. We started working out finally again.
Nice.
So the days are like 3 days.
Do you need a trainer?
We honestly I nearby.
Yeah.
Right now. But let me I might.
No. It's good. It's good to get back into exercise. It helps you remove stress. It makes you feel better, focus better, sleep better, everything.
We're active from day one. We're very active. Feel like my husband and I is we.
Yeah. That's so cute.
So it's there has to be something, right? We picked up volleyball 2 or 3 years ago.
Really?
It's just been volleyball day and night. We set a tournament over the weekend. That's how we de-stress.
That's awesome.
Right?
I love that.
And then now going to the gym.
I haven't played volleyball since my Laurier days.
Were you on the...
No, just intramurals. Okay. I did try out, and then I was like, well, I wasn't 6'5", so I didn't make the team.
That's the big kind of drawback. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're not short, but
Are you playing on sand?
we play both.
Oh my God.
So in the summer, we play beach.
Wow.
There's like a big
beach.
tournament up in Wasaga. And it's the best.
This is funny. I didn't know that at all about you.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, we are too much into sports, probably.
I love that.
Yeah. But if you ever want to play, absolutely.
I would love to.
Yeah,
I haven't played volleyball in so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not bad.
So, but that's our balance, right?
Yeah.
But
So that's how you. Yeah.
It's still like running and running and running to the next thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if it's like, let's say we have volleyball at like 7, like 6:35, he's like,
Knocking.
"Are you done?
You gotta go.
Done? Are you done? I'm ready." Like,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, one more call,
Yeah.
one more thing, or
Yeah.
then you just send this one email to this client so that they can respond to me by tomorrow,
Right.
right?
But you are in the business of time constraints, right? With the level of law that you do. So with a business and real estate, how could you put up more restrictions or boundaries to help balance? Or
Well,
do you
that's up
feel
to
like you
me.
don't need it?
Right? Like
Mm-hmm.
right now, we're still in a growth phase.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, I will take it. I'll take it. Right? Because right now I just feel like
Exactly.
build.
Yeah.
But we're
I feel the
there where I can start being a little bit picky.
Yeah.
Where it's like this time I'm definitely not taking anything. I'm not doing closings at this time. I don't want to do any transactions that close in this time period, or I'm only taking a certain number.
Yeah.
Right? Like right now we've got maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 closings within the next week.
Oof.
And so
Lots of late night
like, that's what I'm
calls.
thinking about right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah.
We have to record this. So it's more important,
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like up at like 5 every day.
Yeah.
And then just like the whole day is just.
But there's something so positive to be said about that, because would you be waking up at 5 a.m.
No.
for something that you didn't like?
Yeah.
Right? Whereas the minute, and this is not healthy, that I get up, I am working.
Yes.
Right? And my work is so fun because I get to only do things that I love. I literally never say yes unless I want to actually do it. Very rarely, right? So it's just different when you're your own boss. So you're waking up at 5 because you actually love it. So maybe you don't need these boundaries.
You wake up excited.
And parameters that everyone's shoving down your throat to make you think like you're living so in balance. You can actually take it on because you know what's best for your business.
Exactly. And I do really enjoy my work.
Yeah.
Like I really
I can
enjoy
tell.
what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm really passionate about
You wouldn't have opened your own law firm.
Yeah. Because it's very easy to just kind of clock in and clock out
For sure.
when you're working for somebody else and then you're not thinking about it
Yeah.
past that time. Like I've worked in-house.
Mm-hmm.
Literally it was like 9 to maybe 4.
Oh.
And then that's it.
And then you were like, nothing else.
Yeah.
You're like, I need more.
Nothing's urgent.
Yeah. That's the type of person you are, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but again, like you said before, it's like that authority complex.
Yeah.
Right?
I literally have it.
Like,
I'm just like, you can't tell me. No, don't tell me what to do. Like, I know what's best, which is not always the case, right? I think you probably learned a lot from your 9 to 5 work.
For sure. Like guidance, mentorship. I will ask colleagues, people that I've worked with, like I will ask them all the time if I have the slightest doubt.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't want to be micromanaged. Right? Like I don't want somebody telling me you have to come in at this time, you have to leave at this time.
Even swipe your badge.
Sit at your desk and type, even if there's no word. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I like to do things that are, outside of work.
Yeah. And
sometimes you want to do those during the day.
Yeah.
Right? So being able to have that power to, be flexible and be like, you know what, I'm going to, like we went to watch a movie during the day.
Yeah.
Like you can't do that if you're working.
No, I just finished a workout at 10 a.m. Exactly. Right? I was like, well, I'll have no other time to do it today. And I moved some clients around weeks ago, knowing that I was doing this. And I'm like, it's still going to be a balanced day.
Exactly.
It's fine.
Yeah. So nobody is like, where are you?
Yeah, I know.
Right? Like you're not stressed and you're not worried because you know that things are working.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
The rest of the team can.
Because you have a successful business, though, that you can do that.
Exactly.
It's very hard for, I would assume, most beginner entrepreneurs to really take that financial hit because every hour you're not working, you're not making money, right? Especially you're not on a salary. You're on your own, whatever you create.
Yeah.
So every hour I'm not training someone, I'm making $0 essentially. So for me to scale, that's how I've kind of allowed myself to rest, right? Is I might have 5 clients be trained today by my coaches, and then that's a little bit of pocket change. It's nothing crazy, but at least it's something.
It's something.
Yeah.
Right? And it's still coming in, right?
Sure.
Whereas like you don't wake up in the morning, you're like, okay, what am I going to make today?
Oh my gosh.
Right? Or am I going to have money tomorrow? Or am I going to have the money the next day? Right?
Sure.
Like you,
For sure.
like I was just talking about it with my husband. He's like, there always should be something in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Right? Because for our business, like there needs to be like more potential. Like there needs to be leads. There needs to be like something coming in.
Yeah.
For next month and the month.
Absolutely. So then you can do your projections and understand if you're going to come in over budget.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what I learned from corporate being on business development is you would always have your pipeline, your prospects, and you go back, you circle back, you sweeten the deal. Maybe you just reach out, you keep reaching out until you hear something. And you develop that pipeline and you think about marketing initiatives and you think about networking, and it will eventually just happen where, every person that you meet, they're like 50 years old and they're like, it's just word of mouth. And I'm like, must be nice, right? Like it's just, but it's funny because already 9 months into this, 8 months, 10 months into this now, it is word of mouth. It really is. I do so very little marketing that the clinics know, the physio clinics know about me, the other moms know about me, the daycares know about me, and that's all it takes. Yeah. So now it's just like, can we accept all of these people or not?
I was just going to say, the next problem is...
I need another coach. I need another coach.
Which is a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking of hiring, right? So
how many staff do you have?
Right now I have 2.
Okay.
Right? But I'm thinking of hiring like actual associates that will be handling this work from end to end, right? Like there's enough work that I can foresee coming in that they would be able to handle.
That's amazing.
Yeah. What do you miss about corporate? And would you go back ever?
It's so funny because I just started training virtually. I put a program together for the old VP of my department. And she reached out to me because she's always worked with her own trainer, and I respect that. But I do a lot of run coaching too, which is very specific and very specialized, and you don't need me to be there. You're just following the program. And typically I wouldn't get on the phone for a running program client because it's just, you're going through kind of the questions. I put the program together. We're good. We had probably a 2-hour-long phone conversation. And the first question that she asked me was, would you ever come back? And I was like, respectfully, no. I'm like, respectfully, I loved the team and the people. And I do miss how large of an environment I was a part of. I was a part of, a multi-billion-dollar organization where we flew through the US and Canada, and I was, at hockey games and Raptors games and all of the events you could think of, like concerts and parties and all that. And it was so fun, but it was so draining at the stage of life I'm at that I can't imagine. That part is fun, but if you're not doing it with like great coworkers, you're kind of just like, oh, I should probably just be at home.
But what about like when your daughter grows up? Would you consider it?
Oh, no one has ever asked me that. Definitely not still. It's definitely a curveball. Yeah, it's still a definite no for me because I am so in tune with what I want from this life, and it is not to appease the big corporate man, and it is not to be a number. And it's funny because as good as I was at my job and as strong of the results that I pulled in for that company, they didn't even replace me. They just said, the 3 of you that are left, do what she did. Which and divide it. Yeah. And I was like, oh, it's just like, you're just so, you would think replaceable, but they don't even care to replace you. They're almost like, let's just save the salary. Yeah, it's toxic, I think. I thought it was just very interesting that when I moved on from corporate, they never replaced my role and had the same 3 people that were left to just fill in what I was doing in the past. And to me, it just signaled a lack of appreciation, but also just that you really are just a number.
Absolutely.
So I think it just comes down to, would I ever go back? I would really try not to. I think something severe would really have to happen. because it is risky being an entrepreneur. I don't know if I could ever count on the exact same salary every single month ever again. And that's a hard way to live.
It is.
Right? With bills and everything.
Exactly. Bills, responsibilities, kids. Like, it just becomes, it's a little bit stressful, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But at least, again, you're on your own terms.
Yeah.
Right? And hopefully you don't have to go back. I'm not saying, I wasn't asking you to say, like, go back to corporate.
Yeah.
But it's always interesting. Right?
I mean, and who knows if I'll be doing this in 10 years either, because I am someone that is a little bit scattered and I love a lot of different things. I mean, we're building a home right now and I'm like, maybe I'll be an interior designer one day.
I know. It's the same.
Right? And I'm like, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I would love to be an exterior.
Really?
With my husband, anytime we go to pick out paint colors or
anything, that's our next mission.
Yes.
Maybe.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would I be more passionate about that than law? I'm not even sure.
I mean, I really do think, though, I think in our parents' generation, they kind of expressed to us loyalty is the most important thing. So all of our parents worked the same job from, the time out of university, if that, to the time of retirement. And they were there for 30 to 40 years. And it's just crazy to think.
What did they really get?
No, safety.
Right?
Safety.
No, but
and that's it.
At the end of the day, the company's like, all right, next, who's
for sure
who's in line for this role?
Right. For sure. And you're replaced within a 2-week hiring span.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that there's a lot to be said, because when it comes down to who you're trying to impress or who you're trying to prove, it's yourself, right? And it's who are you trying to make happy? Well, for me, it's myself, because I'm a better mom. I'm a better wife. I'm a better friend if I'm actually happy and doing what I'm doing. Right. So it all comes down to, and I want to be that role model for my daughter, because it's so important. I don't want her growing up to just be like this complacent 9-to-5-er.
Yeah.
There's way more to life than that. Take a risk.
Right. You can tell kids whatever you want, but if you're not showing them
exactly their example,
they're just ignoring it.
For sure.
Right?
And she's young, so I'm just like, maybe this is dramatic, but I think if you live and breathe it,
I think
they catch on. Yeah. And I see her so much more. It's so hard to see her before. I'm like, I'm dropping off a 1-year-old at daycare. It's not good. Yeah. All the time.
And most parents that I speak to, they're like, I maybe see my child before bedtime.
Right. For an hour.
Right? Which is so, it's heartbreaking.
It is. Yeah. I think that
everybody has the luxury. Right?
I know. I was just speaking to a new mom at the class I coached right before coming here. And she was saying she's really not liking daycare. And she's spending the month prior to her returning back to work to drop her son off and kind of adjust him and whatnot. And she's like, I don't know how I'm going to go back. And I'm like, well, there's peace in knowing that everyone does it, which is kind of a very rational way to think about it, but it is sad. And I feel for them. And I see so many new moms all the time and they're like, how am I going to do this? And I'm like, I don't know. You'll just do it
up until you have the kid. And okay, you know what? I know
the number of people that cry with me daily. It's a thing.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's tough. Okay. So I mean, we could go on for hours and hours.
Yeah. It's so nice talking to you.
You're so long.
I know.
Right? Yeah. I really, really appreciate you taking the time. I know how busy you are.
Yeah, you too.
Right? So you taking the time to come here, I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And it was a wonderful podcast.
Thank you so much.
So again, this is Deanna Scharpf, Train with D. Check her out. She is all over Instagram. Famous.
Try to be.
She is.
I don't know about famous,
She's
but
more famous than we are. But so excited again to have you. And thank you everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you on our next episode.